What is going on, UGG fam? I'm your girl Kee Kee Soto, and welcome back to Urban Girl Gardening and Lifestyle. Happy New Year! I know, January is almost over, child. I am late to the party, but I'm here now. I'm here, and we're gonna work this out, okay? Thank you guys so much, first of all, for bringing me to over 2,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it, and for rocking with me. I know I've been gone for a minute, but we all need to take time away to take care of ourselves, our mental health, our family, whatever it is. We need to take time for ourselves. I know y'all understand, child. We all got issues now. But anyway, I am back just in time to participate in my boy Juicing with Jay, Mr. Each One Teach One. He has put out a January raw vegan challenge, and I am up for it. Now, if you follow me on social media, which you should be, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that Urban Girl Gardening is the tag. Get on over there. Wait, don't go yet. Hold on. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I started my weight loss journey right after Thanksgiving, y'all. I hopped on that scale and I was like, oh, no, this is not okay. And thus far, I have lost about, I want to say about 14 pounds, somewhere around there, and I am happy about it. I'm doing intermittent fasting, and I'm also doing 2MAD, which is just 2 meals a day. So within my 8-hour eating window, I eat 2 meals, and so far so good. I've been experiencing so many benefits other than weight loss. So I'm just all around happy. And when Juicing with Jay put out this raw vegan challenge, I was more than accepting of it because, I mean, why not? Another step towards healthiness for the new year? I'm with it, y'all. I'm with it. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into these meals and how I got started and child. Why I went from first saying I was gonna do 2 weeks. Then I said, oh, I'm gonna do 1. Child, I lasted 5 days, but you're gonna see why. You're gonna see why. Before we get started, please go ahead and like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know how are your goals going for the new year. Mentally, physically, let me know what y'all got going on. All right, let's hop right into this. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and load up on those fruits and veggies. This is very important because your diet is going to consist of raw, whole foods. Nothing cooked, blanched, sauteed, child, nothing. All raw foods. I also went ahead and bought some raw nuts, some ground flaxseed, some nutritional yeast, some coconut water, all those things to get your calories and add some of the flavors that you want to your foods. Now, I know we gotta stay hydrated, child, so I make sure that I drink a gallon of water a day. I got that container from Amazon. I add half of a sliced lemon, and then I go in and I throw in some dehydrated ginger, which is great for inflammation and water retention. So if you have those issues, try throwing in some dried ginger into your water. I'm not a physician though, so, you know, do what you got to do for you. Do your own research, but it works for me and I love the flavor. So make sure you stay hydrated. Okay, so this raw vegan diet does have a lot of drink restrictions as well. Only 100% juice, no hot tea, no hot coffee, only unpasteurized raw milks, raw plant-based milk. So I was very happy when I could still have my kombucha. I brew my kombucha right there on my kitchen counter. It has 100% of vitamin B12 needed daily in 1 8-ounce serving, and plant-based foods do not have vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is very important to your everyday diet, and I can still have mine without taking supplements by drinking my kombucha. So I hit Google and I looked up raw vegan meals and recipes, and there were so many to choose from. I will leave the links to all of the recipes that I pulled inspiration from because a lot of them I didn't follow exactly. You know, I had ingredients, I didn't have ingredients. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. But I mean, that's the point of a recipe, right? You make it to your liking. So I will drop all my inspirational recipe links right down in the description box and you can check them out for yourself. The first recipe I decided to try was flaxseed pudding. Now I really wanted to make sure that I got my omega-3s in, and flaxseed is a great substitute for the eggs or seafood that I would normally use. This recipe calls for milled flaxseed, which is just ground flaxseed or whatever. Anyway, so it takes 1 cup of flaxseed to 2 cups of milk or water. I don't drink milk. We do keep almond milk and soy milk in the house, but what we had was not raw, so I couldn't use that anyway. I opted to go ahead and use water. So yeah, I added some water, and as y'all can see, I don't know why I chose this little behind jar, child. I had to go ahead and swap that out for a quart-sized jar. And I added my flaxseed, and then I went ahead and added the 2nd cup of water, mixed that all in. And to sweeten up this pudding, I decided to use dates, which I have really grown to love, nature's candy. I chopped them up and I added them to the pudding. So this pudding can be used for a meal or a snack, and I wanted it to be my second meal, my dinner of the day, but I ended up not using it until the next day, and you'll see why. Alright guys, so now it is time to make some raw veggie chili. As you can see, I have my veggies all chopped. That's tomato, peppers, zucchini, celery, red onion, garlic, and also some cilantro that I could salvage from outside in the frozen tundra, y'all. That's all I could get. And there it is all in a bowl. I'm adding some of my homemade jalapeno salt. You can go ahead and find that recipe in my videos. And I also added some of my sweet heat seasoning. And then I decided to make the texture a little bit more chili-like. So I took some of the veggies and threw it up in the blender, and I just wanted to blend it to get it like, you know, just a little more saucy, still kind of thick, but a little saucy. So that's what I did. And then I went ahead and chopped up some mushrooms because now it's time to make the nut meat. Pause. And all I did is some chopped mushrooms and about a cup of raw nuts, and I threw those in there, and then I blended that up too. And the deal is just to get like the consistency kind of meaty, and oh, I added some water as well. And there it is. I added some chili powder, some pepper, and I mixed the nut meat in with the veggies, and that was my chili. And y'all, I had about half that bowl for lunch, and I was full, and I mean full for the rest of the day. I could not eat another whole meal. Let me just say, I was never hungry during this raw vegan challenge. In fact, I think with the amount of whole foods that I was eating, I was full a lot of the time. I was actually having some difficulty getting all of my calories in. So if you're worried about you're going to be hungry, that's not going to be an issue. I can guarantee you, okay? So later on in the day, I was still really full, but I decided to go ahead and make myself a smoothie, you know, try to get some more nutrients in, some more vitamins. And I just threw together some coconut water, mango chunks, pineapple chunks, blended it all together. And that is frozen fruit, which is allowed during the raw vegan diet, but not frozen veggies because they have to be blanched first. So I made myself a smoothie and I called it a night. So day 2, guys, I decided to slow my roll a little bit and keep it simple, just make myself a nice salad because I was so full the day before. So I threw together some spinach and some kale. Then I chopped up some yellow sweet peppers and some cherry tomatoes. Real simple, y'all. I kept it real simple. But ain't it pretty? I swear all this vegan food, this raw food, was so aesthetically pleasing. Anyway, so there I chopped up half of a cucumber, and then I grated up some carrots and ate the little nips that I couldn't grate. And I promise y'all I was careful and no knuckles were damaged during the making of this salad. Now I added some flaxseed to get my omega-3s, add some more calories, some good fats, you know, keep it good, and also some avocado, which naturally has omega-3s as well. So I had to have some avocado to get some more calories in. Then as a vinaigrette, I just drizzled some lime juice on top, and I also drizzled some avocado oil, but I must not have recorded it. Anyway, there's the nutritional yeast to act as the cheese component and add some flavor. And there's the salad. So then I decided to go back and get my flaxseed pudding and have it as a little snack. And look at that, y'all. Don't that look good? I know that don't look good. That texture is something else. But anyway, it was really good. And letting it sit overnight with the dates was a good idea. So I sprinkled some cinnamon and I added some fresh blueberries, chopped up some strawberries, and I threw that in there too. And then I just topped it with a little more cinnamon. And that was my day 2 lunch, guys. Nice, simple, and nutritious. So it is day 3, guys, and I am making a spicy Thai salad. But first, I had to go ahead and make me a little smoothie to hold me over because my day got started very late today. So in that smoothie is just some coconut water, spinach, banana, and frozen pineapple, and it held me over while I chopped up these veggies to go in this beautiful salad. In that bowl, there's romaine, red peppers, shredded raw sweet potato, and then here I am just cutting up some cucumber, half a zucchini, half a cucumber, and also now I'm slicing up some fresh mango. That's about half a mango. And look at that. It all came together just so beautifully. I mean, it's almost so pretty you don't even want to eat it. Oh, this good looking food. Oh, love it. All right, y'all, so now it's time for the best part. It's time to make that spicy Thai dressing. There in the blender cup, I have some coconut water. I just threw in some fresh turmeric that I harvested from my garden. You can check out that harvest video if you want. Then I'm throwing in some dates for some added sweetness to our dressing. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some avocado so our dressing is nice and creamy and smooth. And then for acidity, we're gonna use some fresh squeezed lime juice. And now, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I take the citrus and I flip it over and I squeeze it again, honey, because look at all that juice that come out of there. We need all our juice, baby. We pay for it all, so we're gonna throw that right in there. And then I did have to use some ginger from the jar. Vegans, don't kill me. That's all I had. I didn't have any fresh. I'm throwing in some pink Himalayan sea salt and some crushed Thai peppers from my summer garden. Blend it all up and oh my God, my mouth is watering just remembering, y'all, just from the memory. Y'all, I poured all that dressing on the salad, every single last drop, and I enjoyed every bit of this salad. First of all, it was beautiful, it was crisp, it was crunchy, it was flavorful, and that dressing was delicious. I even let Jeremy taste it. I didn't give him a lot though because this one was a keeper. And so for a light afternoon snack, I just cut up a personal sized watermelon, chopped it up, threw it in a bowl, and then I cut up the rest of that mango that we used earlier in the salad, threw that in the bowl too, and I just made me a little bowl of fresh fruit. We gotta have our fruits now. And so the rest of this I put in the refrigerator, and I thought I was gonna have more to make like a smoothie later. Negative. The kids ate it all in one day, child, but that's okay. They gotta eat healthy too. And then for dinner tonight, I just ate the rest of the flaxseed pudding with more fresh fruit. So that was that, y'all. We're gonna move on to day 4. All right, y'all, we are in day 4 and I broke out the spirala, so you know it is about to go down. We are having Zoodles for lunch with creamy avocado cheese sauce. Now, y'all know that cheese part is in quotation, so don't even start with me. Anyway, I got my Zoodles done. The zucchini is all spiraled up and it's going into a colander. And so what I'm gonna do is salt these Zoodles and get all the excess water out of them. And they're gonna go in the refrigerator. The colander has a bowl under it so the water can drain out, and they're gonna go in the fridge for 20 minutes. minutes. So anyway, let me tell y'all, the night before I had a dream, y'all, a dream about a raspberry banana smoothie. So what did I do? I made me a raspberry banana smoothie. I added some spinach and I threw in some raspberries. Aren't they pretty? Like, the color of raspberries is just absolutely beautiful. Anywho, and of course I went ahead and I added my banana, because you can't have a raspberry smoothie without bananas. And so the banana peels, I save mine, I freeze them until I get ready to dehydrate them and make my own potassium fertilizer for the garden. And if you want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments. Then I added some frozen mango chunks and some coconut water and blended it all up. And when I tell y'all this was good and it hit the spot, baby, it hit the spot. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is chop up the veggies to go with our zoodles. So we got some carrots being chopped up here, some red onions, and also some cherry tomatoes. And that's all we need, y'all. Look at that. So now it's time to make our avocado cheese sauce, and of course we need some avocado, y'all. So we're gonna throw that in the blender, and we're gonna throw some lemon juice up in there too. And again, y'all, we don't waste nothing. We don't waste nothing. Flip that citrus over. Look at all that juice that came out of there. Yep, we're gonna pour that all up in there. And here's our cheese. This is our nutritional yeast, our cheese substitute. And throw that in there too. And here I have some oregano that is dried. I dried it on my counter. I harvested that from my green stalk a few weeks ago, maybe even longer. Add a sprinkle of that pink Himalayan sea salt, blend it all up, and we are good to go. So now we have the zoodles, and look at all of that water that drained out of there, y'all. 20 minutes in the fridge. So I rinsed all the excess salt off, and now I'm just patting the noodles dry, get the rest of that water out, and there they go into the bowl. Zoodles. That's such a cool word. Hey, zoodles. Anyway, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the rest of our veggies to our zoodles, and look at that. It's so pretty, so pretty. I don't even want to eat it, y'all. Well, actually I do, but I'm not going to eat it yet because we got to add this sauce. And look at that. Ooh, shawty is thick. Avocado cream sauce. This was really good. I didn't eat it all. I put some to the side, and we're going to use that in day 5. You will see. I went ahead and mixed that all together. Look at that. This was so good. God, my mouth is watering. I want to go get some now. I'm gonna have to make that again. So I sprinkled some more cheese on top and then hit it with some black pepper. Yes. And there it is. There's our zoodles with avocado cream sauce and a side of black grapes. So now it's dinner time, but I just got back from a nail appointment, y'all. I found a black tech that I vibe with. So yeah, support black business. I was very happy about that. Anywho, it's very close to the end of my eating window. Remember, I do 2 meals a day. So I couldn't eat nothing, y'all. I opted for a smoothie, something quick but filling and nutritious. So I threw in some kale, some frozen strawberries, a banana. I also threw in a clementine, and then I sprinkled maybe a spoonful or 2 of ground flaxseed in there so that I can get some more omega-3s, get some more calories. And yeah, that was it. Blended that all up and it was delicious. It did the job. And then I also, to get more calories, I made a little bowl or cup or jar there of nuts and dates sprinkled with cinnamon, and that's dinner. Okay, so now we are on day 5, and for my day 5 lunch, I made rainbow lettuce wraps with sweet chili dipping sauce. And I'm going to be chopping up carrots, celery, red onion, yellow pepper, cucumber, and it's going to go right into the lettuce wraps, and that is romaine. But first, we got to get our smoothie on. So I went ahead and made a smoothie with spinach, blackberries, blueberries. Did I put raspberries in there? I think, yep, there they go. Raspberries, strawberries, frozen strawberries, and I want to say a banana and some coconut water, and that lighting is tripping. All right, blended that all up, and now we got something to hold us over while we make these lettuce wraps. So everything's all chopped up into strips, or a julienne chop if you're fancy. Only thing I didn't do was a mango, and right there I'm chopping up half a mango, and it's going in the bowl with the rest of the veggies. And then the other half of the mango is going into the chili dipping sauce. So there we got a mango, we got some dates, we are chopping up some garlic, some fresh garlic is going in there, and some turmeric from my garden, and some lime juice. We're squeezing in a juice of a whole lime and some chili powder, y'all. And we're gonna blend all of that together, and look at that. Sauce is thick. Shawty is thick, and that sauce was so freaking good. Okay, so we're not done yet though. Now we're gonna take the rest of that avocado sauce. Remember that avocado sauce that we made? I told you we weren't using it all, and we just gonna lay the foundation right onto these romaine leaves, and then we are going to take our veggies and make those leaves pretty. Those are our wraps. Isn't that good looking? We're gonna go ahead and put our dipping sauce in the middle, and oh, how pretty is that? How pretty is that? When food looks good, it really makes you want to just eat it even more. But sometimes it's too pretty to eat, but I eat it anyway. Anyway, so that is our rainbow lettuce wraps with the sweet chili dipping sauce, and it was like a flavor bomb in my mouth. I mean, it was so freaking good. I even shared with Jeremy, y'all, and he enjoyed it too. Definitely gonna make this one again. Now listen, y'all, as much fun as that last meal was to make, or all the meals really, and as delicious as they were, I was missing hot food. I did not make it to day 5 dinner. I made the mistake of making vegetable lo mein for the family. And with that first bite, there went my raw vegan diet. Y'all, I was missing eggs, I was missing coffee, and I'm not a crazy coffee freak, but I do love me some Starbucks every now and again. I miss my hot tea, and if you've been with me for a while, you know how I am about brewing my herbs and making my tea blends. So those are some things that were just non-negotiable for me. So, would I do this raw vegan challenge again? Absolutely. But I would prefer to do it in the summertime. Soups, stuff like that. I mean, it's wintertime, so you want those warm comfort foods, right? But raw vegan is cold foods. So not only will I be able to harvest straight from my garden in the summertime, but I'll really know everything that's going into my body and exactly where it came from. I have made the pledge to go ahead and make sure that I include 1 vegan meal a day, whether it be hot or it be cold. And that's not a problem for me. I eat healthy anyway. Like, doing this raw vegan challenge has helped me just stay on course. Just some examples of what I ate after the challenge was over were these delicious sweet potato black bean burgers. Oh, they were so good, and I got that recipe from my girl, What the Gut is her tag over on Instagram. She always posts the most delicious vegan recipes, so go check her out if you're interested in delicious vegan food. This creamy potato and kale soup, oh, that was another one that was really good, and I loved it. Frozen banana ice cream. I don't have a picture for that one because it didn't make it to the picture. It was so good. Frozen bananas with some dark chocolate, blended all up with a little bit of almond milk. So there are a lot of things that you can still eat. If you are still interested in doing this raw vegan challenge, January is not over, guys. You can do 3 days, you can do 5 days. And if you're going along with Juicing with Jay's rules, he allows 1 hot meal during the challenge. Now, you know, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stick to it, and I wanted to do it and see if I could challenge myself. But if you need a bowl of hot soup in between, just make sure that it's vegan and continue on with the challenge. Do however many days that you can, and let me know if you're going to give it a try. Let me know which one of these meals you would like to try. And if you are a vegan or raw vegan, drop down any suggestions you may have for anybody who is considering going on this journey. Thank you guys so much for being here, for rocking out with me. As always, learn with me, grow with me. I love y'all for real. Bye.
I practice what I preach.